попробуем попроходить Divinity Original Sin 2 на PlayStation 5. Так, ну вроде все в порядке. Так. Сюжет. Я думаю, одиночный пока что. Классика, тактика, сюжетный режим. Приключения. А чем отличается? Давай классика. Дух классических ролевых игр хитрый, умелый, как следует подготовились к встрече с опасностью. Ну попробуем. Итак, создание персонажа. Вы можете выбрать героя с истории или создать собственного персонажа. Понятно. Ну, я, наверное... я создам собственного персонажа. Ой, не вижите. Сведения. Так, блоги. Те, кто осмеливается находиться или исполниться. Она же сестра. Окей. Последний своего рода бесконечный путешествие в Москве истории. И вот теперь можно своего курса. Гном отличается национализмом и слепой преданностью своей королеве. Они великим почтением относятся к истоку, а их общество раскололо на имущих и неимущих. Эльфы. История эльфийского рода начинает пишется плотью. Эльфы повидают мертвых, плотью после знаний. Теперь над эльфами нависла угроза. Им нужен незабываемый. Люди, преобладающие расой, они гибкие, суеверные экспедиционисты. Гражданская война опустошила их землю, но и не подорвала ее господство. Ящеры. Большинство раз ясно стоит. Эльфы непонятно, как сама древняя империя, потому что не видят. Они известны как воин, конечно, не мило видеть. Воин плохо, и парадокс, что расположение не опасно. Ну давай, эльфа создадим. Срез. Так. Облик. Такое это прическа. Лысого не будем, но такой цвет кожи. Теплая древесина. Темно-оливковый какао. Ночь. Черное дерево. Нежно-розовый. Слоновая кость. Койот. Лесной волк.
You're not trying to escape. Better luck next time. Glory is mine.
О, пусть будет так. Талант определяет уникальную способность вашего персонажа выбирать таланты, которые будут выполнять умения или качества вашего персонажа. Оп. Что это такое? Информация. Позволит произвести атаки по возможности. Позволяет поедать часть тела мертвеца, чтобы читать их воспоминания. Древние знания присоединены к знанию легенд. Само пройдет один ход, снижает длительность всех эффектов, включая положительные, не действует на эффекты длительности воды. Так, снижает стоимость использования граната слитков на один объект с ваших предметов. Одиночка. Двоеточки можно в качестве боевого. Пока у вас нет ни одного, если ваша команда окажется больше двух участников, действие времени останавливается. Дофига дает мне. Вонючка. Улучшает на нас. То становится великим, как максимум не. Когда у вас максимум здоровья, точность, грубо. Сила действия пищи и зелья в 2 раза. Дальнобойность. Увеличение действия навыков редких. Единственное дальнобойность, требующее постоянно. Позволяет говорить животными. Единство со стихиями. Сокращается один из состоит богатости. Той же стихии. Так, получено за счет навыков расходных материалов магической брони. Сделать обоим соответственно. Если вы умираете, то будет воскрешение живчих, может сработать снова. Ништяк. Так, мастер победы. В случае с потерей находится сюрприз. Стабильность. Палач. 2 ОД. Расход. Партизан. Фига себе. Если успеете, воскрешает вас полным. Увеличивает дальность питания города. Улучшает некоторые создаваемые эффекты. Окей, сделать длительность действующейся. Деление этого мнения. Ух ты. Ой, у меня нет. Давай-ка мы. Теперь на пушка. Собран садист. Давай садист. Для начала. Так. Ты. Какие варианты? В диалогах, а также окружающие ряды отличия. Каждый из героев своих коллег. Так. Может быть, тогда черного на дворине. Давайте дворине. Дворине шутник. Ох, страшное сочетание. Инструменты. Давай меланчи. Так, переименовать. Так, хочу, чтобы его звали Сэм. логично. Да, пойдет. Всем привет, кто присоединяется. Доброго дня и с праздником. Все случилось так, как я и предполагала. Всего лишь капля магии истока. И как мухи на мед. Слетелись чудовища. Народ запаниковал, стесня. Монстры показывают меня пальцами. Магистр, как я и планировала. На меня надели ошейник и кандалы. И отправили в форт радости. Я прибыла сюда, чтобы убить пробужденных. Но вместо этого я стала частью их истории. Divinity Original Sin 2. Так. Что у нас дальше?
So, still a bit groggy, are we? Don't worry, the sedative will wear off soon enough. Easy now, no need to hurry. Get your bearings and report to me upstairs.
So it wasn't a dream after all.
Добро пожаловать для перемещения персонажей с проявите. Дополнительный выбор.
Not a very chatty fellow, are you? Not a very chatty fellow, are you? Jump. Rubbish. I don't even remember them strapping me down.
Did you expect a needle?
А вот инвентарь. Что у нас есть? Это ваш инвентарь. Ящик так делается, понятно. Граната огненного смерча. Свиток воскрешения. Рюкзак. Кажется, бездомным. Так, что у нас еще здесь есть? Ведро, я думаю, нахрен не надо.
must I? Freight or food?
Shaking her fluffy coat, the sheep eyes you balefully, her rectangular eyes like letterboxes to the void. With one sharp hoof, she kicks you right in the shin.
Ключ какой-то. Это что за ключ? А, наверное, вот это и был ключ. Оп. Похавать это всегда надо. Оп. Табурет. Яблочный пир.
That click. This floor plate triggered something.
Эй, вон он. Ладно, пойдем. А будет. Понятно, это все. Я вижу. Далеко. Перенести. Так. Сейчас мы все замутим. Так. Ура! Айда я, айда у. Мне так вот интересно, я с другой стороны могу пройти? Ух ты ж, каратист. Так. Ладно, а если так, инвентарь. Ключ. Да, ну то есть, если он вообще нормально работает, значит он будет открываться. Понятно. Ой, это перейти в тактическую. Ой, мы вступили в маску. Усиленные замедляют вас и могут создать карты.
Before you can even touch the lever, you hear a sniff and snort behind you as the snoring Magister mumbles himself awake. One...
Is my shift over? You here to relieve me? Oh, wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy elf? Choose your words carefully. My fists ache to meet a new face.
Выбирай слова тщательнее, пока мне терпится познакомиться с твоей рожей. Провал.
Clever story. I almost fell for it. I should have known there'd be trouble.
Ты, конечно. Дядька молодец. Я тебя не просил этого делать. Я меня завалит. Загрузка игры. Я, честно говоря, не силен в таких играх. Решил попробовать. Что-то как-то хреновенько пошло для начала.
Hey, get me out of this cage and I'll make it worth your while. You in?
Какая в этом выгода?
Set me free and I'll set you free. A fair trade, I should think. Your guess is as good as mine. Someone screamed loud as a banshee. After that, pure pandemonium. They never even told me what I was accused of. Just dragged me down here. A gentleman among jesters, you are. Give that lever a pull, and I guarantee... Before you can even touch the lever...
Oh, wait, you're no Magister. You're a sorcerer. What are you doing here, filthy elf? Choose your words carefully. A clever story. I should have known there'd be trouble.
И теперь
prisoner's buoyant voice darkens as his eyes rest on yours.
Ah, freedom. Tastes better than... I'm nothing if not a man of my word. And I did give my word I'd set you free, lad. Say your...
Мимо. Один раз попал. Вас не видит, а? Вас занят. Так, ладно. Она быстро. Так, а здесь у нас что? Навык. Я его 3 раза попал, а у меня один. Ну, 2. Не так шарнирую, как... Отлично, с ударами не происходит.
To gain by killing me. I need to keep my guard up.
А если я хочу его сожрать? Я бы хотел сожрать. Магистр Рейнар. Хам. Где у нас защитный купол? Таран. Еще удар. Оглушающий удар. Статуя скрытности. Простая атака. Защита. Понятно. Ой, вот тут какая-то штука есть.
Empty.
Пусто. Бесполезно. Здесь бесполезно. О, тут какая-то штука. И здесь что-то получилось. надо было. Ну, пока покайфую, хер или нет, есть же возможность.
Not the most elegant solution, was it?
Ковер. Колода карт. Еще колода карт. Почему бы нет?
And I'm back where I started. Nowhere to go but up.
Что-то так где-то бахнуло. Так, куда я должен теперь идти? Какого хрена замедленное действие? Ну давай же. Хорош.
Did you expect a needle?
Вы ожидали найти иголку?
Did you expect a needle?
Да. Хотим наверх.
It seems as though there's a pattern. That can't be natural.
Почему бы нет? Еще один мертвый. А вдруг понадобится? Ох. Черепов. А вдруг все это понадобится? Лабораторные оборудования всякие. Коробка навряд ли.
Why, you're looking a bit more chipper. Yes. Looks like that collar fits you snugly enough. Nice bit of work, even if I do say so myself.
Сердце радуется. Руки прочь. Ой, ладно.
There you are. Not too tight, I hope. The collar, I mean. Oh, not to worry. In the meantime, your next stop will be Magister William. All passengers have to be registered in the ship's manifest, and he's the chap in charge of the logs. You'll find him on the other side of this deck, in the officers' quarters.
Пленник мертв. Ха-ха.
Oh dear, I'm afraid you're a long way from home, milord. A long way from the little bells that...
Index fingers pressed to her lips. She pauses a moment to give you a scrutin.
My word, you do seem a bit befuddled, don't you? Perhaps I was a bit too gentle. Oh, well, I'm sure you'll soon gather your wits. Most likely. Eventually. In the meantime, all you need to know is a new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, perhaps a cure as well. An end to source. For good.
She frowns and peers at you closely, resting the back of one hand on...
Delusions such as these are rare, but not unheard of. I recommend a cup of mulled wine and another night's sleep. Just take it. Is he? Oh, well. Some problems simply sort themselves. Why, for my peace of mind, of course. Why don't you try casting one of those source spells of yours? See what happens. Oh, do go on. I won't hold it against you. Promise. My, aren't we a meek little lamb? Perhaps I needn't have collared you at all. So let's just leave it on, shall we? Because to answer your question, what this collar does is this. It makes you unable to cast source. For your own peace of mind, of course. Yours and the whole world's.
Good gods, there's been a murder here.
Что же это такое?
No lesions, no trauma.
Behind the Magister, a bloodied mass lies in a heap. Gore and limbs lie at odd angles. You can't make out a face amid the mess.
There's been a murder. A sorcerer was killed by one of your own. Lucky you were busy getting your collar fitted at the time, or you'd be a suspect like the rest of them. Waters is investigating. She'll figure out who did it. Always does. Aren't you enterprising? I'll let Waters tell you now herself. Go ahead. She with the body?
A young Magister stands pale and silent. Her knuckles whiten around her weapon.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this happened under our protection. We're extremely lucky no Voidwalker followed the source that did this.
Это нам еще очень повезло, что никакой стадии пустоты не примчалось чуть поток исток. Почему она не пускает так близко к
She looks up at you with a mirthless smile.
I was on duty in your room when the murder happened. You were asleep the whole time. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people on the ship. Unless you can commit murder in your sleep, of course. Finn was killed by Source. If a Magister could do that, there wouldn't be a Magister. It looks more like a passenger managed to slip their collar. And the rest, well, you see the evidence in front of you. Listen, I could use someone to keep their ears open among the passengers. Sometimes they clam up. Bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Not in here, it isn't. You let me know if you hear anything.
Sing us a song, I know you can.
Be good, you
My mum doesn't like elves.
I
have a secret. When I grow up, I'm gonna be an elf. You look a little bit elfish. Maybe your daddy was an elf. My dad...
Do you know Losa? She's a really good singer.
Ah, there you are. Would you please tell this very charming gaggle of not at all brat-like babes that I am by no accounts this Losa woman, nor do I sing, in fact. I'm deathly allergical. How very correct you are, spouse of mine. Madame Josephine Gribbles de Peeb refuses to be... What? What's so...
Her pinched face cracks into a great grin, and she shoos the children away from her with a laugh.
Yeah, okay, you found me out. Go on and git, and maybe I'll sing you something when I'm good and ready.
She turns to you, dark-eyed and dirty-haired, and smiles flat.
Gotta keep ourselves entertained, haven't we?
Так.
You presume right. Thanks, but I already belong to an elite and exclusive ship gang. We play ball every day after lunch. You're too soft for it. You take care, though. Nope, trying not to find anything out either. Ignorance is bliss. The utterer, the better.
Suddenly, her eyes cloud to an unnatural black. Greyish veins run down her face, and her mouth tightens. As quickly as they came, the clouds clear.
Good luck, Chief.
It was one of them. I know it. You put a knuckle in it. I'm trying to concentrate. They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them. I'll give you that knuckle if you keep carrying on. One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one. Name?
Имя.
I don't like comedy. Well, you aren't here on my list. Scrammy. We're trying to... What are you trying to hear anyway? I'll tell you if you can keep it quiet.
Did you see the body? They ought to let you taste a bit. Maybe you'd find out who done it.
Right. I always knew you'd turn out rotten, Ben Mest.
An elf sits tucked away in a dark spot, lazily rolling dice onto the surface of a barrel. They
Snake eyes.
She chuckles.
I bet that's just what they'll look like.
She shakes her head.
Game for one, I'm afraid. Rolling dice. Deciding fates.
She eyes you
Not the future, no. But I can read the past in flesh. I could lick your arm and tell you how you spent the night before last. Shall I?
She gives your arm a vigorous stroke of the tongue, efficient like a cat grooming.
You were in a cellar with other sorcerers. As everyone lay sleeping, you were reminiscing about the things you used to do together. Of course it is. The truth's right there, skin deep. You may have to bite a bit deeper, though. Not every elf is as skilled in the art as I am. But anyway, don't you worry, darling. Your secret's safe with me. I don't lick and tell.
One of us wouldn't kill our own. They're picking us off one by one.
Don't worry, honey. It isn't your...
She looks you up and down with the merest hint of a coy smile on her lips.
Never say never, though.
Nothing left to do, really.
Лишь потому что уф, есть налево. Понятно. Сейчас мне просто шахнут разочек другую сейчас. Пожрали. Так нечестно. Вообще нечестно. Вот ни разу не честно. Вот. Так.
Dallas is such a dear lender to me.
Ладно. Это достаточно сложно. Я согласен.
Empty.
Что-то новенькое. Здесь золота уже нет. Их нет. Так. Открыть.
No lesions, no trauma.
Для нашего общества
It
одна
was led by magic.
управление столько, чтобы понять, каким счастьем может быть. Когда-нибудь другой род должен был пойти по стопам стокоборцев. Можно и нужно заставить молчать. Новая модель ошейника, предложенная, оказалась весьма эффективной.
Did the murderer take him into this room?
Knowledge this tome is.
Or was he already here?
Dallas is such a dear lending it to me. There you are. Not too tight. In the meantime, you'll find him on the other side of this deck. Don't you dare! If you violate the virtue of my carpet, I'll do a good thing worse.
Index fingers pressed to her lips.
My word. Oh, well, I'm sure a new life awaits. And if you're a particularly good boy, why, for my peace of mind, of course. Oh, do go on. My, aren't we? So let's just leave it for your own peace of mind, of course. Yours.
Good gods, there's been a murder here.
Ugly sight, isn't it? Burns me up this app. Finn didn't see it like that. He was desperate for us to help him. Two things scared the living daylights out of him. We'll find out who did this.
She looks up at you with a mirth.
I was on duty. You're one of the only indisputably innocent people. Not with that collar on you, aren't? Listen, bring me a good lead, and I'll throw in a shiny gold coin for you. How about that? Think about it. It's one of you who got killed, not one of us. Who's your real enemy here? You let me know if you hear anything. So, anything interesting for me? Right, tick.
Ничего.
Come on, please, Losa.
That's enough now.
Classify this slop as food. I've seen more appetizing things coming out of plain.
The elf is reading a volume of Cranley Hubert's famous encyclopedia. He reaches out and examines your face, tugging at your ears and...
Fascinating.
He sits back and returns to his book, flicking quickly from page to page, completely oblivious.
What purpose did that serve? Was that... Oh dear. I seem to have crossed some... You have my apologies. Perhaps I should demand the same from those red-cloaked humans. They laid their hands on me more than once. I do not believe I've been drawn anywhere. It is a quaint little read, but it has its faults. It is simultaneously too detailed and insufficient. I know the big... Tell me, what do you know of our world's history? Oh, please. I have no interest in that. Your books are... No. I want to know about the Celestial. I want to know... This text tells me that they created... Where did these gods come from? Who are their people? Where are the others of their kind?
The elf's face freezes for just a second before he waves.
Oh, it's just one of my idle curiosities. Now, please, run along. I have a world.
No amount of pestering will get the elf to take his eyes off his book.
It's a register, sir. Good, good. You faring okay so far?
He tugs the collar of his uniform and chuckles.
Sorry you're upset, sir, but we all wear what we wear. You head on in now. Williams will get you sorted fast.
You shut up.
You think me mad?
Mad? No. Insufferable.
I spent my life singing. Meanwhile, the Magisters feast on honey.
Well, what have we here? A fresh face in this...
The lizard looks you up and down, like a farmer. All of a sudden, he grips you firmly by the chin, with the intent of inspecting your teeth.
There's some discoloration, but I've seen worse. After all, one can't expect to find prime merchandise on a squalid little ship like... Now then, to business. You will answer me 3 questions. The first one is this. Can you cook? Ah, music to my belief. On to the second question. Can you knit, weave? In short, tailor?
You, Jill, is that right? I have a few questions for you.
Yes, I can tell from your vagabond chic. On then to my final query. Have you the ability to administer the upkeep of one's personal appearance? The delicate art of cosmetics is what I'm after. The very basics, then. I suppose that's a start. So, 3 questions asked, 3 questions answered. As per your own testimony, you can cook and groom, but you have the fashion sense of a still. Beggars can't be choosers. So without further ado, I offer you my sincerest congratulations. As of now, you are my slave. My slave, of course. Oh, but... I see. Yes, I suppose it must take some... Anyway, you may leave me for a moment. We'll go over your duties once we reach Fort Joy.
We'll hang you right over the side of this ship with it.
Come on, please,
A scruffy man lounges against the wall with scarred arms folded. A sly smile playing on...
Watch your back, new fish. There's a murderer on board, and I'd bet 3 months' pay it's this...
Rolling his eyes at the Magister's warning, the man named Ifan beckons again.
Suit yourself. Was just going to adjust your collar for you.
Hocking a phlegmy gobbet in your general direction, the sullen Magister settles back to his task of glowering at Ifan. And now, you.
We used to know each other, more's the pity. I was his commander many, many, many moons ago.
Standing far back from Ifan, the tight-faced magister draws one finger across his throat in an elaborate fashion, but says Ifan grins, flashing point.
Same as he was at 14 years old. Only difference is somebody gave him a bigger sword and now he's Johnny Big Pants. Long story. Maybe I'll tell you about it in the joy. Away from interested parties. No. The dead man, Finn, is it? I'd no business with him. And I wouldn't put...
He glances over at Magister Victor, who's staring back at him with pointed
Damn shame sheer annoyance isn't reason enough. The joy, I've heard a lot. Nothing good. No surprise there, since... Wonder if we'll get to meet the ringmaster himself. Not eager to bow before the great Bishop Alexander, son of the divine himself. My sentiments exactly.
What are you conspiring about over there?
Oh, don't mind him. Vic's just got a bee in his bonnet.
Name.
Magister Victor looks at you suspiciously, then scrawls something illegible down in a tiny notebook.
Away with you, at once.
Ifan performs an elaborate pantomime of keeping quiet, one finger in front of his lip.
When you clearly don't know the first thing about sauce.
One of them. I know it. They don't care about us. We're like cattle to them.
An elf.
I bet just
One of us wouldn't kill our own. Picking us off one by one. Can we just skip to the part?
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way.
So, anything interesting? I'll take that as a no.
Так, ладно, сейчас зайдем к тому чуваку.
Standing at the center of the room, you spot a sorcerer haughtily eyeing a pair of nervous-looking magisters.
So you admit it then? You murdered that...
Yes, I did. But of course that...
She turns her head and looks you straight...
There are others whose lives must end.
Good God! The woman... You there! Sorcerer! Go and fetch Magister Siwan! We need to do more than collar this maniac. We need to shackle her, hands and feet.
It means your journey draws to a close.
She reaches for her collar and sips...
I'm just about to create a...
Subdue her, men, quickly! If she casts source, the Voidwoken will come.
She smiles with wicked...
Precise.
Ты посмотри, что творит. Зараза.
What's happened?
Oh.
Onwards and upwards.
He eyes the collar circling your neck.
Another sorcerer!
The Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you. He leaps to attention, then whispers loudly to...
Don't just cower there, Rix! Take out...
Rix raises his sword, which shakes to the rhythm of his... The dwarf lies in a heap on the floor, his great beard twisted and tangled around. You hear a faint...
No, not the final dark. Not yet.
It's no use. Your work...
The dice roll darkly.
As the dead man's flesh slides down your throat, you feel his consciousness enter yours. Your heart is heavy. You know too much. It's all too much. You met a bright light blinds you, then fades. You feel a tremendous power in your hands, but they are shaking so suddenly you're on this very ship, crouched in a corner, hugging your knees. A figure approaches, an older woman. Her eyes are kind. She reaches a hand toward you. The memories end. You are no longer Finn. The Magister lies on the floor, unconscious.
The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way. The hatch is blocked. I'll need to find another way. before this thing snaps into splinters.
Надо же было так, а? Я считаю, это безобразие. Ну, давай, спасибо.
Onwards and upwards.
He eyes the Magister's companion doesn't blink, frozen in place at the sight of you.
Even if I knew how to rip that thing off, I wouldn't. Some crazy banshee comes...
He whispers loudly to the other.
Don't just cower there, Rix. Take out your blade.
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm of his trembling hand. The Magisters look to each other, then back to you, and...
Your lies end here.
Они такие тупые.
Damn, that doesn't bode well. Onwards and upwards.
He eyes the Magister.
Like you don't.
He whispers loudly to the other.
Don't just cower there.
Rix grabs his sword, which shakes in the rhythm. The Magisters look.
Your lies.
Bishop Alexander. If Lucian were alive, what would he think of his son's divine order?
готовых товаров крайне странно. Серьезно странно.
The Magister lies on... The young woman lies in a heap on the floor. She doesn't stir.
What happened? You.
The lizard's eyes close as he slips into...
Damn it. Need to get off this wreck and quick. Not long before this thing snaps into splinters.
You press your palm. It doesn't budge. The door groans open. But... You pass through the door and are suddenly face to face with the skeleton is quickly leafing through a volume of Cranley.
No. What damn fools. It catches fire. It turns...
The skeleton looks up.
Oh, it's you. Shouldn't you be running and screaming or some such?
The skeleton groans and looks back.
Yes, indeed. It's the look of some... Now, if you're really quite finished, I believe you have lifeboats to flee to. Please, I was no more an elf than you are those rags you're wearing. I had a mask, rather ingeniously designed, which allowed me to take a mask that was stolen. Still, she'll drown with the rest of these fools, and I will simply pluck my mask from... Indeed, just as sensible as getting off a sinking... I would say good day, but it seems quite likely that you're...
The skeleton shrugs casually and...
Out of here, now. I need to get over this.
Ну давай.
That means there's still a chance.
The dwarf yanks at one of the nearby ropes to
You see those tentacles, kid? It's time for getting the hell out of here.
Thank you! There's a ladder right over there.
You're gonna be the death of us, you hear?
If you can walk. Wait. Void broken.
Let the games begin. We make a pretty good team.
I have plans for you, child. Rise.
Honorable Dallas, we lost a ship sailing sorcerer prisoners to Fort Joy. We assume some escaped and broke their collars. Their vile magic lured the Voidwoken. All who were aboard are presumed dead. Yours faithfully into eternity, High Judge Oriven.
Так, половину я перебил своих напарничек. А ибо нехрен валяться. Так,
Those Voidwoken made short bloody work of the ship. Am I the lone survivor? It seems something wanted me alive.
Так, алтарь страха. Бегство. Так,
I thought the Order would get rid of any trace of the old Source King.
The child has a small mirror in his hands. He holds it up at angles, inspecting his...
I'm not supposed to talk to elves.
Sure.
Well, elves eat people and their pets, else don't know the alphabet. Hey, that isn't true. Humans are smart, some of us, I think. Okay, I believe you. Are you a sorcerer? One of those guys that brings the bad void things here?
The child looks at you straight on, unafraid, searching your face. He lifts his mirror to his...
I don't see any source on you or me. I guess they're wrong. Or crazy. Maybe you're right. At least they don't mind where anyone goes. They know we can't leave the island, but it's a lot nicer out here than inside. They're gone now. The Magisters took them already. I guess now they're cured. And maybe they're waiting for me back at home. But you didn't die. There isn't anywhere safer. That's what I mean. You'll see. I guess I am. But it's just normal to be scared.
Такое себе место для прогулок, если честно. Вот. Вот это маскировка. Мама мия, не говори.
Voidwoken. Those are the same beasts that sank our ship. Damn. They made it to shore.
Поднять. И на один ход можно шахнуть. Блин.
I thought these bloody collars were supposed to keep those things at bay. Drowned and eaten by a voidwoken. I wonder in which order.
Ничего не интересно. Духовного магистра. Тоже. Магистр тоже. Какая-то. Не добраться. Ой, а ты живот.
You spot a strange lizard gazing at... Yes, You recognize him from the ship. It would seem you're not the only one who survived the tentacles of the deep. The lizard turns about with a graceful...
And a dutiful servant you are too. The chances are I would... You have my gratitude.
Hand over heart, he salutes you with a bob of the head. More than a nod, though less than a bow.
My gratitude is worth a great deal, if only you'd realize it. As for the slave thing, let's forget about all that, shall we? One good turn deserves another. Now then, if there's nothing further... If you really must know, I haven't quite decided yet.
He sighs dramatically.
Tell me, what do you see when you cast your glance over this ocean? Memories.
He looks out over the water once more, and so do you. A few
As for myself, when I consider this vast expanse before, I see continents dotted with mighty cities. And shimmering along the soft curve of the sea's horizon, I picture the palaces that formed my paradise. Lost. Of course, it's rather specific. Quite obviously, I'm musing over the very actual empire that I lost.
Suddenly, having all the air of being deeply offended, he stares at you.
Well, don't just stand there gawking like an ape at an abacus. Or do you really mean to tell me you don't know who I am? The very same. I am the Red Prince, the All-Conqueror. Of course you know me.
There's a brief moment's pause, during which it...
That said, I suppose I must own up to the fact that I find myself rather in between All-Conqueror. The grandeur that is my fate has hit a bit of a snag. But never you worry. For the throne I was destined, and my throne I shall have. Then by all means.
He watches you depart without another word.
Это первый дракон, который здесь найдется. Там еще есть часть.
A black cat. Hello, kitty.
The cat's eyes are clouded and its eyes clear.
Да, животные было очень удобно говорить. Вот она начальник.
Never want to set foot on a stuffy old boat ever again. Never. Hey, mister. It's a lot nicer here than that. I'm sure glad you went back to save the others. Saw one of...
Понятно. Сохранение, конечно. Кошка за мной бегает. Интересно, почему?
No, he hasn't changed a bit. Always late.
I don't think I ain't watching. That's your bit.
Greetings, child. You must be very far from your... Troubles me to hear that. Now that the divine has gone... Go well, my child. Perhaps...
Right hand, mine.
Looky here, mates. Why don't... Chuff to you.
You glance at your hand. 2 purple monarchs. A hard hand to beat.
Quite the hand, Freshy. Unfortunately, 2 is less than 5, and that's how many purples I've got. I reckon that makes... I'm sure the Reds told you.
No one gets along without paying the interment fee. So, let's make this easy. Ha! You're about as pretty as the south end of a northbound baboon. Pay up. We'll see about that, freshie.
Да свалите они. Это достаточно сложная игра. Ладненько. Пока что прекращаем. Продолжим попозже, когда будет время. Всем спасибо за просмотр. Всем до скорой встречи.